John Piper with the weekend video, and it's Saturday the 9th of January. Starting with Bitcoin as usual. This must be the biggest move I've ever tracked with Elliott wave theory, and also the one that's actually adhered to the theory the most exactly, I think. I guess actually the FTSE peak in 87 was perhaps similar, certainly once it started to fall back. But that was actually quite short term compared to this move, which has now been with us for, since March, so getting on for 10 months. But we had the one wave here, 5 waves up, clear, irregular 2 with the B making a new high. 5 waves, 1 of 3, quite a small 2 of 3. And it looks like we've just completed 3 of 3, although not confirmed yet. So as I said before, the acceleration phase, the fastest part of this move, which is the 3 of 3, is behind us. We have the 4 of 3 to come, and then the wave, the final part of 3, 4 of 3, and then 5 of 3, and then 4 itself, and then 5 itself. So we've still got, it could be, essentially we're looking at waves 4 and 5, and waves 1 and 2 lasted about 5 months. So we could see this thing continue for another 5 months or so. But with, as I say, with the acceleration phase of the higher speed maybe behind us, doesn't mean to say that we're not going to see some pretty dramatic moves in these final waves that I'm talking about. It's been quite an astounding move, and so far the Elliott wave has been extremely helpful in guiding us in how to play this. Although buy and hold is the easiest and best, assuming we've been given signals to buy into crypto since 2016. Although it was pretty tough hold in 2018 until that low came in, earlier this year, I guess. Just look at 3 of 3. We've got the 1, the 2, 5 part 3, 4, 5 part 5 to there. So I think this is 3 of 3. And now we've got a 4 of 3 due. But again, we haven't really seen any confirmation. Let me just go down to a 5-minute chart to just see the actual shorter term action. Just expand this a little bit. So, I say TradeView is a really good charting system, tradingview.com. So we've got an A, maybe a B, maybe not quite complete, another C due. But if we look at the previous waves of this move, just press pause for a second. If this is actually wave 4, then it could retest the fourth wave of 3 of 3, which is around 27,000. That would be quite a big pullback, obviously. Again, I think given the strength of this move, we probably won't go that low. But if this is an ABC, say down to around 36 or thereabouts, then perhaps a B, and then another sell-off, maybe 32 thereabouts, 33,000. So a fairly, I'd expect to see a bigger pullback, but we must have respect for this move and the strength it's got. And it's still very early in January, and the institutions are probably still buying in. So it may be totally a mistake to still try and play this too cleverly. But there again, it may be a big mistake not to take some cash out, but we just have to play it as we see it. I've taken a bit of cash off the table, not very much. I took about 5% off here, I think. So the majority is still firmly in place. Good luck. I hope whatever you try to do is the right thing to do. Ethereum is very similar. We've got the virus low around the 90 odd level. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 by the looks of it. Although I think 3 probably has more to come, because all we've really seen is the 1, 2, 1, 2. And this is the 3, which I think is still continuing, in fact. So we're not really that far. Same as Bitcoin, we've got more toing and froing to go. And the same parameter supply, really. It's it may just keep on going, but it is adhering to the wave pattern very well. But we may continue to have subnormal pullbacks and accelerated rallies. So I guess probably that may be the best guess, that will continue for the time being. Seems to be no sign it's going to slacken, certainly. Right, well, whereas the cryptos are continuing to follow the plan very carefully and accurately, gold is falling back quite sharply now. And this pattern here needs to be considered. I mean, we have got what could be again, a 3 over 3, and this could be a 4 over 3. But if so, we need to see a fifth wave coming in, and we're not seeing that at the moment. So let's just have a look at the shorter term pattern here. Okay, so we have what I thought was an ABC. I mean, well, it is an ABC in fact. And I thought this was new impulsive action. We had 5 waves up, that was a decay. Corrective wave 2. Another 5 waves up, so looking good. But then this should have been the third of the third. And it broke through the trend line. We saw a decent buying response, and then it's crashed down about 120 points or so, 130 points. I guess the most obvious conclusion here is that this is actually either a complete or part of a B wave. So this is all a big big A wave. This could be either a B wave, a complete B wave, so A, B, C perhaps, or it's an A, this is a B, and we've got a C wave to come, and then further downside. So neither scenario is terribly rosy. This is a pretty rapid decline. Let's go down again to a shorter leg chart. You see the trend line being tested. It gapped through it here, bounced off it here, fell through, retested. Let's extend the thing a little bit. I'm not saying the trend line is 100% accurate, but I think it tells a story. So this would be it could be a 1 wave, 2 wave, 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5. So gold is not looking very good at the moment, to say the least. I doubt it to be a long-term decline. I can't see gold entering a bear market at the moment with the money printing, etc. But certainly having a bit of a rough time of it. As the crypto, I guess the cryptos, of course, Bitcoin in particular, are attracting a lot of cash at the moment. I mean, it's I had 2 people independently one day last week inquire about getting into crypto for the first time, and on the same day, that does suggest that there is a sort of huge magnetic attraction into that market, which is unsurprising. And I think everybody feels that. Everybody wants to be part of the crypto explosion, as it were, at the moment. And I guess the institution may well be selling gold. This could be what's happening, and that will settle down at some point. It's just a question of how far it will go. I'm not very keen on selling my gold, silver, and mining stocks, particularly. They've seen some fantastic gains, up to 10x on one of them. So I'm happier keeping those, but I don't want to be stuck in what could become a sort of serious bear market. So I think that's unlikely, but the chart patterns are not very encouraging at this precise moment in time. Looking at silver, we're seeing a little more strength here, and this could actually be an A, and this could actually be the B up here, in fact. So maybe what we're seeing is an extended ABC. So I mean, if we count this as 2, in fact, I mean, silver has still seen a 5 wave advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be a 2 wave on silver, in fact. So maybe I'm adjusting that count prematurely. So it could be that this is actually still an ABC to there, and that's wave C. But let's go down a leg and have a look at the shorter term action here. Okay, so we've got the 5 waves. 1, it's gone a bit skew, hasn't it? So that would be a 1 to there. 2, so say here. 3, 4, maybe to there. That could be there, I suppose. Doesn't make a huge amount of difference, to be honest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, ABC, maybe to here, in fact. Actually, it's pretty. Anyway, I'll call that a 5. The count is not very simple, but it could be a 1. It's probably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Depending how where you put that 4 wave. Now seeing quite a sharp pullback. The initial blip took us down 23.6%, rallied, and now we're testing the 50% level. So a good rally from here would be encouraging. That would suggest that this is just a correction, and that all is well in the silver market. A break below there would, I think, start to question it. I mean, obviously 61.8% down 24 is another key level. Let's look at the actual wave count. So it would be A, B, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you could see another leg down, I think. But nevertheless, that is still a decent support level. And if we see 5 waves up, that would be encouraging as well. Certainly, as I say, it's certainly stronger than gold, relatively. The gold-silver ratio has been at the silver-gold ratio has been at a very low level for a while. So silver's trying to improve that. I may have got that the wrong way around, but I think you know what I mean. So certainly there's some hope looking at this low at the moment. All right, well, FTSE still seeing this impulsive move up here. I think it'll probably become a 5 at some point. So I'm looking for we're seeing the 1, the 2, 1, 2, possible 3, 4, 5 to complete wave 3, 4, and 5. So I think we're going to trend up for a little bit longer. I still think we're going to see some kind of major peak, but I mean, right now we're going up, so it's somewhat academic at the moment. All-time high territory. This is difficult to count really, but I mean, it could be a 1, 2, sort of extended 1, 2, 3, then kind of 4, 5 for the third, and 4, and now a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this could be some kind of final move, I guess. Let's look at a bit more detail. That's a 5-minute chart, fairly messy. I mean, possible 1 there, I suppose. Well, I may want to go to there. So let's say a 1, 2, maybe a 3 up to there, 4. Anyway, I think we're still in the uptrend. No sign that's over at this point, but it could be coming to a point where I may want to see some kind of reversal. But again, we need to see some kind of confirmation that a peak is in on this market as well. Right, and the Dow is also trundling up, rather denying the elliott wave theorist's call for a major peak back here, as I recall. 1, 2, 3. Still looks like a rising wedge, but it's rather an extended rising wedge. It doesn't look terribly impressive, really. So from here, we've got an ABC1. Keep to stretch, so ABC2 to there, perhaps. I mean, the thing is, it's quite difficult to count this, really. I mean, the 4 could be there. Let me just pause this and see if I can come up with a count. Well, it's pretty messy, but if you count this as a wave 4 low, ABC1, sort of small ABC2, ABC3, rather short 4, ABC5, with perhaps one more high, perhaps due to complete this. But again, I want confirmation of that. I'm not, it's certainly one of the least clear patterns I've ever seen. Having started with Bitcoin and the clearest pattern I've ever seen, this is probably one of the least clear patterns I've ever seen. So I guess there's a nice symmetry to that. I think I'll call it a day at this point. Hope you found it useful. I'll be back with the report for subscribers on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.